Right now, rock rattled and raging. Explosions and fires destroy an industrial site in Waukesha County. We are live from the scene with what you need to know.
Plus, a severe thunderstorm watch is in place for some of us. Gary will show us what he's tracking straight ahead.
And building a case based on place, how prosecutors aim to prove where Kari Sanford was throughout the night of a double homicide. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
There was an explosion. It basically sounded like a bomb went off, and then it just started with white smoke. You could see people like running in and out of the building. The flames were getting bigger, the smoke was getting darker, and it was crazy. I mean,
those are just some of the descriptions of this scary scene in Waukesha County. We have been following the explosion and the fires at Somerset Marine Construction all day for you. Crews in Eagle have been working hard to get it under control since showing up just before 8 a.m. And that is when this video was taken. You can see how thick the smoke was this morning.
And now here is a closer look at some of the damage. We could see a lot of trucks with ladders spraying that water from above. Elsewhere, firefighters used hoses, as you saw on the ground, all in a defensive attack because they simply could not get inside this facility. It is a big place, a 24,000 square foot plant where they assemble and work on piers for boats. Now, the site is located in Eagle. Now, if you're not familiar with it, that is a short drive going west from Mugwanago, also not far from Old World, Wisconsin. There's actually an elementary school only about a quarter mile away from Somerset Marine. And we're told children and staff actually felt shaking when that explosion happened. They evacuated to another school outside the village and then went home for the day. Now, part of what's important about fighting this fire is where it happened. Eagle is quite small, only about 2,000 people, and it's also rural. Naomi Coles can explain that more as she's been on the ground since late this morning for us. Naomi?
So you just saw a video of what it looks like really just a few hours ago. This is what it looks like now. I just spoke to a fire department spokesperson just a few moments ago, and he tells me just about everything is out. And you can see there is not a lot left of this building. We heard the owner earlier say that they're not going to be looking at coming back to this building. It is pretty thoroughly burned down. There might be a few flames left, very small inside. Now, just really in the last couple hours was when we were able to get this close to the building. Up until a couple hours ago, this entire road was lined with fire trucks, and they're really only just now starting to leave.
You're responding for a report of an explosion inside of Somerset Marine.
It's just 2 minutes after this call at 7:44 a.m. that the first fire trucks arrived on scene. Inside when it happened, 24 Somerset Marine workers.
One of our employees was very heroic and dragged 2 of them out right away, and very thankful for that as well.
3 firefighters and 3 employees were hurt. Of those, 2 were still in the hospital this afternoon, an employee with a broken femur and a firefighter with heat exhaustion.
This has been a defensive fire, the entire fire attack, which means that the firefighters were never able to go inside of the building. There was significant structural collapse prior to firefighter arrival.
Agencies as far away as Kenosha and Milwaukee responded, partly so that no single agency is overwhelmed. Plus, with this one hydrant close enough to draw on, tankers were making 2-mile round trips to nearby lakes. As of early afternoon, they'd used about 400,000 gallons.
It's not something that people think of very often, but the vast majority of the United States does not have fire hydrants, except in major cities.
Looking forward, owner Larry Chapman says he'll be relying on their Madison location to keep filling orders for now. Somerset's website says they're the largest pier and dock manufacturer in Wisconsin, and Chapman believes they'll likely have to rebuild somewhere else after this.
We'll get through it. It's only stuff. We're just glad everybody's healthy and happy, and not happy, but, alive.
No one knows yet why these explosions happened. That is part of the ongoing investigation. What we do know, however, is there's absolutely no indication that anything suspicious happened to cause this fire. The Kettle Moraine Fire Department, they're the ones leading the investigation. They are being assisted by the state fire marshal as well as the ATF. And the only reason the ATF is involved is just because they have the training and they have the resources close to this location on the scene.
All right, Naomi Coles live in Eagle tonight. Naomi, thank you.
Thank you, Naomi. We'll have continuing coverage of the explosion tonight at 6. And you can follow the latest updates on channel3000.com and on our News 3 Now app. Severe thunderstorms may hit some of us tonight. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti is on the weather patio with the latest. Gary?
Well, Susan, we've had some showers and clouds for much of the day, at least here in the Madison area. The severe weather threat is higher farther to the north. You can see a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for Juneau and Adams counties, as well as westward toward the La Crosse area until 10 p.m. There's also a tornado watch farther to the west in parts of Minnesota and Iowa. But you can see all the thunderstorm activity really is to the north. Not very much happening across southern Wisconsin, but those storms north of La Crosse up toward Eau Claire have become severe. Number of severe thunderstorm warnings in effect there. And now the main part of the line starting to get going across parts of far southern Minnesota, south of the Twin Cities, where that tornado watch is. Storm Prediction Center does have a level 3 or enhanced risk of severe thunderstorms out toward La Crosse, but the severe weather threat diminishes pretty quickly as you head toward the Madison area, and that's because there's not a lot of moisture here yet. You can see on visible cloud track, we had one cluster of clouds and showers come through. That's also helped to stabilize the atmosphere a little bit. Now temperatures are starting to rebound back to 79 in Madison, but farther to the north, temperatures are still in the 60s north of Dane County. Dew point temperatures are in the upper 50s to around 60 degrees, so not a lot of humidity there to really get the thunderstorms going. But we'll see scattered showers and thunderstorms, especially overnight into tomorrow morning. Tonight's low temperature about 66, but tomorrow's high of 69 will be early in the day with falling temperatures or nearly steady temperatures in the afternoon. That'll set up a chilly weekend. I'll have more on that in the forecast in just a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. Next at 5, can prosecutors place Kari Sanford at and around the scene of a double homicide? That's a big part of their burden in this case and one they aim to prove today.
Prosecutors believe Sanford kidnapped UW Health doctor Beth Potter and her husband Robin Kari from their home before driving them to the Arboretum and shooting them in March of 2020. Tahlil Moeddin was in court today and joins us live now with the latest. Tahlil?
This afternoon court session was very much focused on video evidence collected the night before the couple's bodies were found. Now, testimony from the Dane County Sheriff's Office presented City of Madison video tracking a white van with distinctive stickers, a van prosecutors say Kari Sanford used to kidnap the victims. Detectives say an exhaustive search showed the van that night headed towards the Arboretum with both a driver and front passenger. Yesterday, the victim's daughter's testimony revealed on that night Sanford came home with a friend she didn't recognize, who prosecutors contend was Sanford's accomplice, Elijah LaRue. Now, that friend, LaRue, took a plea deal in this case earlier this year. He is expected to testify against Sanford as the trial continues. Reporting live at the Dane County Sheriff's Office, Tahlil Moeddin, News 3 Now.
Tahlil, thank you. After 2 days, it is still too close to call in the Pennsylvania Republican Senate primary. Donald Trump-backed candidate Dr. Mehmet Oz is currently in the lead, and a Trump-backed gubernatorial candidate did win.
So why should we care here in Wisconsin? The UW expert tells our Will Keneally those races may reveal some of what we will see later this year. Will, what else can you tell us?
That's right. So Pennsylvania shares some similarities with Wisconsin. Both are major swing states. Democrats and Republicans are hoping to move to their column. And with Trump's endorsements working out so far in Pennsylvania, could we see him jumping in Wisconsin's hotly contested primary for governor? UW-Madison political scientist Barry Burden says we could see him jumping in that race in the coming months.
So Trump has some time to figure out whether he wants to get more involved in the Wisconsin race, but based on what he has done in Ohio and Pennsylvania and Georgia and North Carolina and other states, I would not be surprised if he gets involved sometime this summer.
So Trump's endorsement has not worked in every instance, but Burden says his endorsees have won more often than not. In Pennsylvania, Trump endorsed a candidate who questions the result of 2020. Burden says this is a little different in Wisconsin, where Trump might also consider who is most likely to win in that race. This is all ahead of the Wisconsin GOP convention taking place this weekend, where the state's party may consider endorsing a candidate or change the convention rules and endorse no candidate. We'll preview that convention tomorrow and have coverage from the hotel in Middleton this weekend.
All right, Will, thank you. The suspect accused of killing 10 people and wounding 3 others at a Buffalo supermarket was in court this morning. Investigators believe the 18-year-old kept a personal diary of his plans on the social media platform Discord and kept those posts private until 30 minutes before the shooting. The majority of people who live in the community there are black, and officials believe that is why the alleged gunman made it his target.
The most serious threat we face as a nation is from within. It's white supremacism. It's white nationalism.
Meanwhile, officials in New York have announced an investigation into social media companies the suspect allegedly used to discuss hateful ideologies, including Discord and Twitch. Both sides have promised to cooperate with law enforcement.
A historic meeting at the White House today. President Biden told Finland and Sweden leaders they have the full support of the U.S. as the countries wait on approval after applying for NATO membership. Sweden and Finland, which share an 800-mile-long border with Russia, have remained neutral, but public sentiment in the countries has changed following Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Meanwhile, the U.S. Senate passed a nearly $40 billion aid package for Ukraine after 11 Republicans held up the vote for a week.
There is no free lunch. $40 billion cannot be created out of thin air.
It appears more and more MAGA Republicans are on the same soft-on-Putin playbook that we saw used by former President Trump.
The Biden administration also announced it will send Ukraine an additional $100 million in new military assistance using the Presidential Drawdown Authority.
Next at 5, Badger men's basketball coach Greg Gard spent the day helping build a new Habitat for Humanity home. Gard joined more than 100 employees and volunteers from American Family Insurance to build the project. Today they did a frame-up where they built all the walls, assembled the house so the family living in the home can tour it before it is completed.
And to be able to help, fellow Wisconsinites, I think you take a lot of pride in being from this state and helping the people within it.
So the home will now be shipped to its permanent location where it will be fully assembled. Next at 5, Gary tracking severe storms that could hit some in our area.
Plus how lawmakers are stepping up efforts to solve the baby formula shortage. We'll have that after the break. And tonight on News 3 at 6, the story of a local nurse born in Ukraine, how she's helped families get out of her war-torn homeland and is now getting as close as she can to helping even more. That's at 6.
More red numbers on Wall Street, though not as bad as Wednesday. The Dow still falls 237. The Nasdaq down 30. The S&P loses 23. And we'll be right back.
Big Memorial Day savings start now at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Save up to 40% off doorbusters and special buys. Plus, get special no-interest financing for 12 months. And it's starting right now at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley off the Beltline in East Springs Drive.
Are you tired of your outdated kitchen? Wear and tear on your cabinets, stained countertops? Then pick up the phone. Your dream kitchen is within reach. Mad City is Wisconsin's #1 remodeler and trusted local source for kitchen cabinet refacing. Avoid a lengthy remodel, stay under budget, and transform your kitchen in as little as 2 days. And now it's our home makeover event. Save $750 on a cabinet refacing project with interest-free financing for 12 months and get a $100 Walmart gift card with purchase. Senior and military discounts are available, but call during this program and we'll double your savings. Save $1,500 on a cabinet refacing project with 24 months interest-free financing and double it to a $200 Walmart gift card with purchase. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-298-5383. That's 608-298-5383.
When you drive a Honda, the adventures go on and on. Follow your adventures with the thrilling performance of Honda, the brand owners are calling the most fun to drive. Hurry into a local Honda dealer where new vehicles are arriving daily.
I'm Alex Lasry, a Democrat running to beat Senator Ron Johnson.
And I'm Lauren Lasry, and this is our daughter Eleanor. I know Alex will always fight for working families.
To get more money in the pockets of working people and lower costs.
By making paid leave available and healthcare more affordable.
And I'll always be a relentless supporter of a woman's right to choose.
Especially now. Alex is exactly the kind of ally Tammy Baldwin needs in the Senate.
So I approve this message because we have to do better than having Ron Johnson as our senator.
The savings do not get better than this. Ashley's Memorial Day sale starts now. Holiday doorbusters are up to 64% off, plus up to an additional 10% off at checkout. Furnish entire rooms for only $14 per month and special financing for 60 months. Starting right now.
Tonight at 6 o'clock, why it took so long to put out the flames after a massive explosion rocked this manufacturer in Waukesha County.
Thunderstorms are likely tonight. I'll be tracking them at 6 to see if any severe weather is likely.
The war in Ukraine hits home for a local couple.
My family, my best friends are still there.
So they're taking action.
What we really want is to help people rebuild their lives.
Eric Franke follows their incredible journey tonight on News 3 Now at 6. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
CDC vaccine advisors are set to vote any moment now on COVID boosters for kids ages 5 to 11. Now, the FDA has already granted emergency use authorization for the booster, citing an uptick in COVID cases due to the Omicron wave. The FDA says that while COVID tends to be less severe in children than adults, the Omicron wave has led to more kids being hospitalized and can lead to long-term health issues even after a mild case.
Next at 5, Congress and the Biden administration are in the hot seat, facing mounting pressure to find a solution to the baby formula shortage. Isabel Rosales reports on the new moves out of Washington to tackle the crisis.
A frantic scramble to find baby formula.
This is what we're dealing with. Nothing at all.
Store shelves running dry and desperation climbing higher.
Every day I worry about it. Every day. What if she runs out? Like, what do I do?
The hunt for formula has landed some children in the hospital. In Tennessee, 2 children suffering from dehydration when the specialty formula they rely on ran out. Their doctor says they're doing much better now.
We've gotten a supply from one of the alternate manufacturers of an amino acid-based formula, which is what these children needed.
Nationwide outrage and distress. Demands to find a solution.
This is a basic need for babies. Something has to be done right now.
President Biden invoking the Defense Production Act, directing raw ingredients to go to formula makers first. The president also launching Operation Fly Formula, using Defense Department planes to import formula from abroad.
These are great moves, but it's probably going to take weeks, to be honest.
The House passing a pair of bills Wednesday. One would provide millions in emergency funding to the FDA to boost the number of personnel working on formula issues. The other would ensure families in need can continue to buy baby formula with WIC benefits. But the Senate still needs to vote.
I want everyone to know that this is serious. This is unacceptable.
In Washington, Isabel Rosales.
And the Federal Trade Commission is warning people about baby formula scams. They're popping up online and tricking desperate parents and caregivers into paying steep prices for formula that never arrives. They say always check out the company online for reviews or complaints and be very wary of companies that only take gift cards or money transfers.
Today is Mental Health Action Day, and Turner Middle School in Beloit is doing something about youth mental health. The school held a full day of activities to support mental health and wellness. The experiences included speakers from local community organizations, yoga, and learning how to practice coping skills. Mental Health Action Day was convened by the MTV Entertainment Group with assistance from the White House. This year's theme is connection.
Let's get a check at the weather right now. Here's your certified most accurate forecast with Gary Canalti. Gary?
Well, Susan, we're watching strong to severe thunderstorms to our north and to our west. Right now, very little happening across southern Wisconsin. Just a few sprinkles east of the Dells into parts of Green Lake County, heading over toward Fond du Lac, and those are pretty much dissipating. But you can see several severe thunderstorm warnings. One around the Eau Claire area for a line of storms there. Other severe thunderstorm warnings into parts of southeastern Minnesota. This severe thunderstorm warning just coming out has looks like has a possibility of a tornado that could develop in there, and that area is under a tornado watch until 10 p.m. So the severe thunderstorm watch is in effect until 10 p.m. for Juneau, Adams, and Monroe County to our north and to our west. The severe weather threat primarily will stay just to our north and west. That's where the highest risk is, the level 3 or enhanced risk of severe thunderstorms from around, say, Toma, westward toward La Crosse area, and then into southeastern Minnesota. That's where the first batches of storms will develop this evening, and that's where they're more likely to be severe. The farther south and east you go, the air is a little bit drier, and those storms will arrive a little bit later tonight. So that will lessen the severe weather threat. Level 2 threat north and west of Portage, and a level 1 or marginal risk for an isolated severe thunderstorm, making it about as far as Madison overnight. Tomorrow, the level 1 or marginal risk is just for far southeastern Wisconsin, mainly in the morning. The cold front will be coming through. Once the cold front comes through, that's the end of the severe thunderstorm chance and probably most of the rain chances for much of the afternoon tomorrow. But temperatures will turn cooler, and 3 things you need to know. After the thunderstorms tonight through tomorrow morning, look for temperatures to drop back. We'll stay nearly steady in the 60s for tomorrow and then see highs only in the upper 50s for both Saturday and Sunday with some shower chances on Saturday. Cool weather will continue into at least the first half of next week with temperatures in the lower 60s for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and some showers Tuesday and Wednesday as well. High temperature trend over the next 10 days tells the story. Tomorrow still close to normal. That 69 will be early in the day with temperatures mainly in the mid-60s through much of the day. Notice below normal temperatures through the weekend, and then we warm up as we head toward the Memorial Day weekend. High temperatures will be back to around where they should be for this time of year. Current temperatures now in the upper 70s in Madison. Now we've gotten the showers out of here, but to the south and west temperatures in the 80s and 90s. You can see the severe thunderstorms starting to develop across southeastern Minnesota, right in the vicinity of a low pressure system and a warm front to the north and a cold front to the south. Those will provide the focus for most of the thunderstorm activity. And then as the storm system moves eastward, the storms will eventually move through the rest of southern Wisconsin. Right now, temperatures are in the 80s to our south, only around 60 across central Wisconsin, so with a pretty big temperature contrast. Dew point temperatures in the upper 50s, not terribly humid, and that will also help to limit the severe thunderstorm threat. But severe thunderstorm watch in effect for Juneau and Adams counties until 10 p.m. tonight. Tonight, some scattered showers and thunderstorms, especially overnight. Low temperature at 66. Tomorrow, showers and storms more likely in the morning. High of 69 early with temperatures staying in the 60s through the day. Future track, you can see the storms gradually spreading southeastward overnight, but tomorrow they'll move out of here during the morning. Probably some clearing late in the day. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy and cool, and then notice on Saturday the clouds come back and even a few scattered showers with highs only in the upper 50s. You add all the rainfall up into early Sunday morning. Most areas picking up probably about a half inch to an inch of rain. Some areas more than that, and heavier thunderstorms, especially north of Madison. Cool weather, like I say, for much of next week. As we head toward Memorial Day weekend, temperatures should warm back up into the 70s. As we check out first warn traffic right now, here's the view of the Beltline at Fish Hatchery Road. It doesn't look like a pretty view at all. Eastbound delays from Monona Drive to Verona Road. Westbound delays from around Todd Drive back to around John Nolan Drive. As far as travel times, about a half hour on the eastbound Beltline from University Avenue to the interstate, 17 minutes going back in the westbound direction. No problems though on I-3990 from the Beltline to Janesville, US 12 Middleton to Sauk City, or downtown to Sun Prairie on East Washington Avenue and US 151. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
All right, thank you, Gary. Health officials are looking into a case of monkeypox in Massachusetts. What is this? Is it something to worry about? We'll tell you what the Surgeon General is saying next at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Vitense Golfland offers 2 golf and multi-sport simulator suites. Play great golf courses with unmatched viewing clarity. Play different sports such as football and soccer. Have fun with Zombie Ball. Vitense Golfland provides simulator fun for everyone.
Fall in love with your kitchen with cabinet refacing from Mad City Kitchens.
I said, I want that wow factor. Make sure I get the wow factor. And so when I saw it when they're all done, I went in and I said, yeah, wow, it looks good.
Choose new cabinet colors, hardware options, and countertops installed in as little as 2 days. And now it's our home makeover event. Save $750 on a cabinet refacing project with interest-free financing for 12 months and get a $100 Walmart gift card with purchase. Senior and military discounts are available, but call during this program and we'll double your savings. Save $1,500 on a cabinet refacing project with 24 months interest-free financing and double it to a $200 Walmart gift card with purchase. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-298-5383. That's 608-298-5383.
3 days only. Get up to $1,000 in additional savings exclusively at the Grand Appliance Spring Bonus Sale. Get amazing specials like this Amana top-load washer for just $4.98. This KitchenAid dishwasher with stainless interior for just $7.98. Or this GE 27 cubic foot French door fridge for just $15.98. Shop your local showroom or grandappliance.com today. Grand Appliance. You make it home, we make it grand.
How do you use your energy? Fueling your drive to deliver hope for neighbors in need? At Alliant Energy, we're creating more clean, renewable energy every single day to power what matters to you. Alliant Energy, powering beyond.
Like an eagle protects his head.
We all need a rock we can rely on. To be strong. To overcome anything. Unstoppable. That's That's why millions rely on the strength and financial guidance of Prudential to achieve their dreams. Who's your rock?
When we needed new doors and windows for our home, we were looking for someone we could trust.
We've done the bargain brand windows.
What we loved about Next Door and Window is that they were different.
We really loved their educational approach.
Call 844-600-NEXT. 50% off your installation.
Vitense Golfland offers an outdoor golf range practice and entertainment experience for all ages. Golf suites with 36 covered and heated tee areas are equipped with free top tracer. Grill and bar items are served directly to your golf suite. Enjoy sweet fun at Vitense Golfland.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Welcome back. The CDC is now working with Massachusetts health officials to investigate a case of monkeypox.
Today, the Surgeon General is telling Americans to be aware, but not to worry. Mandy Gaither has today's Health Minute.
It's a disease that's rare in humans, but the CDC says a patient in Massachusetts is now being treated for monkeypox.
The good news is we have one confirmed case right now, but we should also always be on the lookout for more cases.
The CDC says symptoms start out like the flu: fever, headache, muscle and back aches, swollen lymph nodes, chills, and exhaustion. Within 1 to 3 days after a fever, the patient develops a rash, often starting on the face, then spreading to the rest of the body. The illness typically lasts 2 to 4 weeks. In Africa, it's been shown to cause death in as many as 1 in 10 people infected.
The individual who was diagnosed with monkeypox is someone who had recently traveled abroad and had actually then come back to the United States.
The CDC is tracking multiple clusters of monkeypox reported within the past 2 weeks in other countries, including Portugal, Spain, and the United Kingdom. In Canada, health officials are investigating 17 suspected cases observed over the last week. The first case reported in Montreal on May 12th. The agency is also on the lookout for any more cases in the U.S.
At this time, we don't want people to worry. At this point, again, these numbers are still small. We want them to be aware of these symptoms, and if they have any concerns, to reach out to their doctor if they have any of the symptoms.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
The CDC says the monkeypox virus spreads through contact with body fluids, monkeypox sores, or items like clothing or bedding that have been contaminated with the virus. It can also spread through respiratory droplets, typically in a very close setting. We'll get a final check on your First Warn forecast when we return.
The best mattress deals in Wisconsin start now at Ashley. This Memorial Day, save $1,000 on Sealy and Serta. Save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic. Plus, get $300 in free furniture. Doorbusters up to 60% off. And special financing for 60 months. Starting right now.
More than 50,000 satisfied customers have trusted Mad City for their home improvements. Family owned and operated, A+ rated with the BBB. We'll give your kitchen a brand new look for less with cabinet refacing installed in as little as 2 days. With colors like Cascade White, Copernicus Oak, and Natural Maple. Plus add soft close doors and drawers, countertops, and a new sink. And now it's our home makeover event. Save $750 with interest-free financing for 12 months and receive a $100 Walmart gift card with purchase. Senior and military discounts are available. Plus, last chance to call during this program and double your savings. Save $1,500 on a cabinet refacing project. 24 months interest-free financing and double it to a $200 Walmart gift card with purchase. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-298-5383. That's 608-298-5383.
Violent and destructive riots in Kenosha, the Waukesha Christmas Parade tragedy, record-high homicides in Milwaukee, from defunding our police to releasing violent felons with low or no bail. Liberal Democrats have created the worst crime wave in decades. Senator Ron Johnson is standing with our brave law enforcement officers to keep Wisconsin families safe, and he wants to keep violent criminals behind bars where they belong.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Impatience is a virtue. When you know what you want, Parking isn't an option.
New Balance Madison, we got now.
Transform your space with 11% off easy updates from Menards. Choose from our huge selection of Tarkett waterproof vinyl plank, easy to install sheet vinyl, and durable laminate flooring that stands up to everyday life. Save 11% on Tarkett flooring. Brighten up your room with LED light bulbs from Fight. These 60-watt equivalent bulbs are long-lasting and will save on energy costs. Hurry in, a 4-pack is only $3.99 after 11% rebate at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
The savings do not get better than this. Ashley's Memorial Day sale starts now. Holiday doorbusters are up to 64% off, plus up to an additional 10% off at checkout. Furnish entire rooms for only $14 per month and special financing for 60 months, starting right now.
Here's what we're working on tonight. As COVID rates and hospitalizations spike across the country, the latest news about whether the CDC will recommend a COVID booster for kids. Plus, the extreme heat facing millions of Americans this weekend. And tonight, we've got a special Profiles in Service for you. We want to introduce you to 4 West Point cadets, all of them named Rhodes Scholars in an historic first for the U.S. Military Academy. What they say service means to them. That's tonight right here on the CBS Evening News.
And back to Gary, final check of the forecast.
Watching the radar, some severe thunderstorm warnings from northwestern Wisconsin around Eau Claire back into southeastern Minnesota, but nothing really imminent for southern Wisconsin. There is a severe thunderstorm watch to our north. Temperatures right now range from the mid-80s over southwestern Wisconsin to the upper 60s north of Dane County. Severe thunderstorm watch for Juneau and Adams County until 10 p.m. tonight.
All right, Gary, thank you. We'll have more updates in a half-hour news 3 now at 6. Stay tuned now for the CBS Evening News.